Hey folks, it's Lindsey Hellis with SPS back in the building at Wayne State University Adams Field for the Courageous Invitational, and this is the SPS game of the week. And I'm here with the head coach for the cast technicians track and field team for the boys. That is Mr. Darreaus Cornay, also an educator at Cast Tech. Coach, how you doing today?
Good, yourself?
Good. We out here with all these young people getting involved with track and field, but based on Detroit Wayne Integrated Health Network's partnership with SPS, we're talking about mental health. When you hear mental health, when you hear athletes in sports, what do you think of?
First thing I think of is, I'll say pressure. A lot of our athletes, they put pressure on themselves, not just in their sports, but also in the classroom. With my school in particular, Cast Tech being a college prep school, as well as a school that you have to test in, as well as maintain a certain GPA, it's hard for a lot of our athletes to do the sports and the academics. So a lot of times we have to step up as coaches and put certain things in place to assist them, because a lot of times the kids will not ask for help until it's too late and they're struggling.
Yeah, I've been hearing that theme a lot in some of the interviews I've been doing. So for a child that's not asking, a young person that's not asking for help, how do you, as a coach, as a teacher, as an aspiring leader, how do you connect with them if they're not even telling you that they have a need?
With a lot of my kids, and whether it's track or the classroom, I build a rapport with them. So I get to know the kids on a personal level. How your mom, how your grandma, how the surgery go that your uncle had. So a lot of my kids, I can tell when something's wrong because you're not as talkative, you're withdrawn. Usually you dap me up and ask me 1,000,001 questions, and now it's just, hey, Mr. Cornay, you keep it moving. So building that rapport with the kids so you know who they are as individuals is very important.
Let me play devil's advocate. You're a professional. You have other things going on outside of your coaching. I mean, how can you be emotionally available for all these young people with all those idiosyncrasies and finding like the little things that are going on? Is that a fair question?
I mean, it's a fair question, but I'll be honest, I don't have an answer for it. It's something that I just naturally do. It's not even conscious effort behind it. And honestly, till you said it like that, I never even thought about it. But I mean, got a kid of my own, got family, had death in the family, and sometimes I gotta put my stuff on the back burner to focus on the kids, because a lot of times nobody's doing that for the kids. A lot of times that's their biggest issue. Nobody listens to them. Nobody takes the time to see what's wrong with them, what they need. So honestly, when the time comes and it's needed, I turn it on because I have to. If I don't do it, nobody else gonna do it, and we'll be sitting up saying, I wish we would have known. I wish somebody would have said something.
Yeah, it's very powerful. So let's talk about you being in the classroom. I spent a lot of time in the classroom, in the schools, and boy, sometimes you got to filter some of the things you hear. How do you filter how raw the kids' conversation can be to be able to get to a point to know that they need something without telling them every few minutes to watch their mouth, watch their language, et cetera, et cetera?
That goes back to that rapport. The kids know that I'm not a big yeller or a big, I'm suspending people because I suspend you. That may be a whole nother issue at home. So I tend to be petty. So I have a standing rule. If it's something that is too out there, hey, if I gotta hear it, your mama gotta hear it. I can't say that to my mama. Well, I gotta hear it.
Oh, yeah.
I'm sorry, Cornay, don't call my mama. I ain't calling you calling your mama because of what you said.
Right.
So that's how that goes.
I like that too. Talk about these young people. We won't talk about the ones that are around you off camera, but talk about these young people that are under your care, particularly your boys track team. What's special about these young men?
Heart. A lot of it just comes down to heart. They put in the work. I got a few that have ran track only 2 years. That man they just called right there, 2nd year running, one of my best athletes. So it comes down to that heart. A lot of them got heart. They put in the work. Weekends, times when we like, hey, don't practice, relax, take some time off. Coach, I'm about to go run. What should I run? Don't go run. Okay. Later on, hey coach, I went and did 2 miles and did. So they put in the work even when we say not to. It's the heart.
You hear that about great athletes. They're always asking, what can they do to be better?
They go over and beyond.
They do that. Well, you're doing a great job. We appreciate what you're doing. Any special shout outs you want to give before we let you go?
Just want to shout out A5.
Yeah, shout out to those men in black and gold representing. All right, with that, Lindsey Hellis with SPS. We'll see you guys next time.